Hi, everyone. I am so excited. We are so excited to hear about how you connect your classroom to the world with podcasting. So if you could share, we would be so happy to hear it.
Hello and good afternoon from Troy, Michigan. We are the 5th grade futurists and we are happy to connect with you, Ms. Kostashev. We are all about connecting with the world. We have done about 15 mystery Skypes, learned from about 10 experts around the world. Also, we have used Flipgrid to make grid pals around the world and frequently attend webinars with Seesaw and other tech companies.
Our classroom mission statement is to connect our learning to the world around us by using what we know to improve our own lives, improve the lives of others, and improve the environment. Welcome to the story of our podcasting journey.
It all started when we were part of trying to set a world record for the highest number of videos posted to Flipgrid, the spring of 2018.
The topic of that Flipgrid post was what we want our world to be like by the year 2030. Not only for us, but the whole world. That was the first time we had heard about the United Nations 17 Global Goals for Sustainable Development.
In 2015, world leaders agreed to 17 goals for a better world by 2030. These goals have the power to end poverty, fight inequality, and stop climate change.
Guided by the goals, it is now up to all of us, governments, businesses, civil society, and the general public to work together to build a better future for everyone. How do we do that? By inventing, innovating, or campaigning for change. We started to research about the big issues, and we each chose one that was important to us. We decided to make it part of a journalism unit. We had just published a school newspaper, one of which of the articles was picked up by local newspapers and websites. Instead of writing more current events articles about stuff happening around our school, we wanted to do more in-depth pieces. The first newspaper had been so successful, we thought we would use our writing skills to make more people aware of the global goals.
We researched for a period of weeks using resources like Newsela, current event articles, YouTube videos, and books, and in books from our library.
We interviewed Rebecca Hersher of the NPR's Science Desk to learn about the environment, and Yana Marul and Arthur from Brazil to learn about animals. They helped us a lot during our researching phase to prepare for a podcast.
Inspired by the classroom next door, who had recently launched the 4th grade Innovators podcast, we wanted to turn our writing into something epic and world-changing.
We teamed up within our classroom to form larger groups around broader goal topics. And using our articles, we constructed a podcast script. We then decided to make our podcast sound professional. We started listening to other podcasts, dissecting the parts and fitting them to our needs.
Knowing that we were going to be heard around the world, we wanted to sound good. We practiced speaking our parts, and so we thought we were ready. We recorded using a blue snowball microphone and GarageBand on our teacher's MacBook Pro. We learned about pre-production and post-production editing to cover up our bloopers, of which there were many.
Then with our audio files mixed and bounced, we used the platform Anchor.fm to spread our ideas to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, and more. Today, our podcast has been downloaded over 100 times from Canada to Australia and many countries in between.
knowing that we are connecting our learning to the world, we feel proud of ourselves and good that people can learn new things because of us. We are world changers and it feels awesome to make a difference. We can help save the world when we have a vision for a better world.
Wow.
I feel.
Everyone's giving you a round of applause here. I don't know if you can hear that. We're so inspired by how much you know. What grade are you in? 5th grade. I think you know more about some of these things than I do. And we really appreciate you sharing with us today. What time is it there, my friends?
It's 108. 108.
1:08. It's 11:07 here. So with that, we hope you have a super fantastic day. Does anyone have questions for them before we let them go? No.
If you go to any of those podcasting platforms that Michael mentioned, you can search for the 5th grade futurists, and that would help us get a couple more listens. We hope we can make a difference.
Absolutely. I've linked it to my presentation, so people will be able to check you out for sure.
Awesome. All right.
Thanks again.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Bye.